Hi, it's Larry J. Feldman, owner of Career Changers USA. You know what I want to talk about? The perspective of it's a bad economy. People that tell me it's a bad economy, I believe have problems with either short-term memory or a lack of perspective to history. You don't believe me? Think about a few years ago. It was Chicken Little all over. The sky is falling because of COVID. Businesses were shut down. People couldn't leave their house. They certainly couldn't do work. We were dealing with very small aspects of life that was considered essential. Let's go farther back. Now, this is before I got into the auto industry, but I can remember older people telling me how horrible it was in the late 70s because the economy was so screwed up by interest rates, how expensive it was to do anything, that it crippled commerce. You want to go farther back? How about the early 20s of last century, when you had the Great Depression? People were jumping out of a window. Let me give you some interesting perspective. You want to beat a bad economy? Just like with a good economy, you need to pay attention. You need to be proactive rather than reactive. And let me tell you a story pretty sure you might not have heard. One of the most influential families, if not the most influential in politics, I think everyone would agree, would be the Kennedys, right? You had John F. Kennedy, tragically assassinated, great president. You had his brother Robert F. Kennedy, who looked like he had a serious shot of being president, unfortunately, before he was assassinated. What propelled that family forward was the great fortune accumulated by their father, Joseph Kennedy. Maybe not the most solid citizen if you've done your homework, but nonetheless, his fortune propelled that family forward. How did he retain that fortune during the Depression? The story that he told is that he was getting his shoes shined, and the shoe shine boy gave him a stock market tip. This is when everybody was buying on margin before the whole thing collapsed. And he thought, if a shoe shine boy is giving me stock market tips, I think it's time to get out of the stock market. And he liquidated all his funds and retained his fortune, where a lot of people as wealthy as him, maybe wealthier, lost everything. He was proactive. He didn't stare out the window and go, gosh, that's interesting. Maybe I take the tip, maybe I don't. He thought about how many people were involved in a market that by its very nature is volatile, right? The stock market is gambling. Whether they want to tell you that or not, it's the truth. The economy is a little tough now. We'll eventually see interest rates change. We'll eventually see the economy change, and I believe come back to full vigor, because we're still the United States of America. But in the meantime, we've been through worse times. We've been through better times. Think about what you're doing, how you're doing it, how you can react in a positive fashion, and you'll turn this bad economy into a personal good economy. I have faith in you. Thank you for listening to my Larry Talk. I'm Larry J. Feldman.